should be live. Let us know if you guys can hear us. I am going to get us started. What's good, people? I'm your FPL Thinking Cap Benjy, and welcome back to the Peer Pressure Podcast, weekly live show covering all of the essential FPL topics. This time ahead of Gameweek 23, joined by my two co-hosts, first with our Chelsea regular, FPL Stark. How are you, bro?
Good man, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad myself. We're also joined by Man United fan, FPL Elite, Mr. King K. Kayman, why don't you go ahead and set a like target for us?
I'm not sure if we've been able to reach the last couple of targets, but guys, again, let's hit that 100 mark. I think that's the goal. Let's get the 100 likes. So do smash the like button, and I appreciate everyone for tuning in. So how you boys doing, man?
Yeah, not too bad, bro. FPL and the Prem's it's just been a shocking watch recently.
Yeah,
Bad for
no goals, no goals, nothing.
more nil-nils this
Right,
season than we saw all of last season.
boring games.
Boring, set pieces, long throws. It's just terrible footy.
I blame Benjy, man.
Oh, thanks, bro. Easy Sailor says
Shout out to
Stark
yeah,
has a Cole
go on.
Palmer hairstyle. I like that. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, just a reminder, guys, you can still get our Peer Pressure Plus Patreon. Link is the first link in the video description, where you can get personalized team advice, private calls, exclusive analysis and results from me via captaincy, and updated weekly data tables. Lots of stuff in there. Great community. Feel free to check that out. We're going to start with the availability report. Kayman, why don't you talk to us about Bruno Guimaraes picked up an injury? Any news on that?
Yeah, in terms of news, I think apparently it was not a knee. Apparently it was an ankle. So correct me if I'm wrong on that, Benji. So if it's an ankle, and listen, I've had ankle injuries before. Um, depends on how much is swollen. Like sometimes if you just ice it and then you rest it for a couple of days, you could be back on the ground and running. But it's always a tricky one. Like it's hard to say unless you get those scans done, and I'm sure they've got the best doctors in the world and things like that assessing him. I just think before you pull the trigger on selling him, I would just wait for the press conference. I think by Friday we'll get more information. And they play on a Saturday or Sunday. Correct me if I'm wrong as well on that one.
Oh, good question.
I mean, I can check for you. I can check for you. I'll literally pull it up, because if they play on a Sunday, it basically gives him another day for him to rest, and he's an important player for them, and that's a big game for them as well, right? So if he can somehow be fit for that game, I think he will play. They play actually on a Sunday, Benji. So you're looking at what they played on yesterday.
Yeah,
So that's like a
Wednesday.
good 4-day rest. 4-day rest.
I think he'll be out, bro. It sounds pretty serious.
Okay, fair enough. But in that case, then yeah, I would sell him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elsewhere, we do have West Ham. Nuno Santos confirmed today Paqueta's not going to play against Sunderland, which means another week for Jared Bowen owners on penalties. Stark, we saw Tosin hamstring. Do you have any information on severity? How do you think that would impact the lineup, maybe? Or...
I don't have any info on severity, to be honest. And I'm just grateful. Thank goodness, no more Tosin ball for a few weeks.
Tosin ball. Leeds do have a few injuries. Obviously, we have that hamstring pull from Tavernier. Let's see tomorrow what news we get on that. Grealish was the big one, the big news that we got this week. He's out for 3 months, so most of the season he'll be missing. Tottenham with a few injuries as well, and then a few suspensions as well. Let's head into. Why don't we go? Let's start in the midfield category. Because obviously Bruno G, Tavernier injuries. In terms of midfielders to buy this week, what's your thoughts here? Kayman?
Good question. I mean, midfielders is obviously the one that stands out the most obvious, I would say, is Bruno Fernandes. Although the fixture is not very good in terms of entry point, but the long terms it does make sense. And depending on who you sell, I know a lot of people are looking at selling Foden. And if there is a credible source or something like that that would suggest that he will be benched, or we get some sort of indication from Pep that there could be rotation, I don't absolutely hate it, because at bare minimum you might get Defcon from Bruno. Um, and I think the second option is Cole Palmer, if you have the funds to get to him. I assume a lot of people don't have enough funds to do that, because that's like a 1.4 million that you need in the bank. So I've seen people struggle to do that, whereas Bruno is kind of like a plug and, switch out easily. But I wanted to ask Stark on what's his thoughts on Cole Palmer, because I think that would be the best replacement for Foden, or in terms of any midfielder to buy if he's fit.
I'd wait until game week 24, because if we get top 8, then Palmer's minutes are better. There's an significant increase in his expected minutes. In 27, we play Burnley, and I think that's the week where their playoff games are, if we finish outside the top 8. So top 8 would mean no playoff games, and it would mean Burnley, and I think FA Cup game following that. So yeah, I think the info is key. If we get top 8, Chelsea assets are more appealing, in my opinion.
I mean, Benjy, go on, give a shout out to your boy as well. I know you want to mention him.
Yeah, I think Iliman Ndiaye is probably the standout pick this week. Leeds at home Monday night. He's going to play. He's going to be back on his favorite position, left wing, cutting inside, more goal threat. His goals per 90 increases, XG per 90 increases if you look at compared to right wing versus left wing. He's got the penalties. He's going to be 90 minutes now. If you go and look at his minutes before he left to AFCON, it was like in and around 70s, 80s. Dibbling would get 5-10 minutes here or there. Grealish was the senior winger in David Moyes' eyes. But now that's going to be Iliman Ndiaye. It's going to be 90 minutes every week. That's my expectation. Once you put that with the penalties. And if you look at Everton's fixtures, they're not too bad. Now, Leeds at home, then Brighton away, Fulham away. It's okay. But then the home games are really nice. Leeds at home, Bournemouth at home, Man United at home, and Burnley at home. Really nice. The only game I'd look to rotate him is Arsenal in 30. Why? Newcastle away. I feel like that's a game where they could concede, and also a great DEFCON game for Iliman as well. And then they play Chelsea at home in the blank 31 game week. So I think Ndiaye, for me, if you're looking at a cheap, you need to push some money into other positions. I think Ndiaye makes a lot of sense. Enzo Fernandez played pretty well again during the week. Stock, do you think that he's also someone that we should consider if you're looking to buy a midfielder this week?
Once again, I'd wait. I'd just wait one more week to see if Palmer's fit enough. Enzo. The only reason why I'd buy Enzo in FPL is if Palmer. So is because his routes to points increase if Palmer's injured. Like if Reece James is benched or injured, Enzo gets corners and more set pieces. If Palmer's injured, Enzo could potentially play more advanced in the 10, and he would have pens. So those are the main appeals, in my opinion, for Enzo, because he's definitely nailed under Rosinha. Rosinha seems to love him. Like every interview, he can't stop speaking highly of him, and he's been playing really well so far. I'd say he's probably been our best player under Rosinha.
To be honest, I just want to mention on that. I think that one of the reason maybe is that because I think when Maresca was sacked, I think obviously there were rumors coming out that PSG were interested in Enzo Fernandez, and other clubs were also interested. So there was some rumbling going on. Even today, this morning, we heard something about Cole Palmer also.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't want to read too much into it. Maybe just all fugazi media propaganda, but I think maybe sometimes when managers do hear that, they may want to keep those key players in the team, and they would want to play them and keep them happy, because losing someone like Cole Palmer or even Enzo Fernandez is not going to be good for anyone, to be fair.
So I agree with what Stock's saying. Wait to see 24. Why? Because when you're buying Chelsea assets for 24, you're going to know whether they've qualified in the top 8 for the Champions League or not. And those extra 2 games are in and around Burnley at home in game week 27. So if they don't have the games, then Palmer's probably a bit clearer. But yeah, it's I do think Stock's information and advice on that is right. The other guy I would say to keep your eye on is Pedro Neto. And listen, I know Chelsea fans, Stock's going to say, listen, he's a bomb, he's XYZ, but he has significant share for corners. If I've been watching since Rosinha's come in, there has been a heavy reliance on some of Neto's set pieces recently. Against Charlton, I think it was. He also bagged an assist, I think it was away to Fulham, which was a secondary ball from a corner. He would have got another assist in the Champions League as well for the corner against Arsenal in the Carabao Cup as well. So his corners are really hot. He's putting in a lot of crosses. And what do you think about his minutes, Stock? You think they surely are pretty good, right?
Janeto's? I don't know. I actually don't know, because Esteval is competing with him I think Esteval's better than him. And if Palmer wants to play right wing, then he's also competing with him there. So Neto would, in my opinion, have to play left wing, and he's also competing with Gittins and Garnacho. So I don't know.
Cool. So a little bit of concern around minutes. Makes sense.
I just don't think he's very good. So he's not. He's never ever nailed, in my opinion. He's not good enough to be nailed.
I'll keep that in mind then, because I've been scouting him. Kayman, talk to me about Phil Foden. It's now 8 consecutive blanks in all competitions. His minutes.
Benjy, correction. His name is not Phil Foden. And I know the name you're giving him. His name is Phil Foden. His name is Phil Foden. So please ask the question again, but just to correct.
So Phil Foden, talk to me, bro. Is he a sell this week?
The thing is, he's a sell, and he was a sell for a while, because the minute we realized that his purple patch was over, we should have sold him. The reason why a lot of us didn't sell is not just because the fixtures were good, it's the fact that lack of alternative. You gotta remember Bruno Fernandes was not an option then. You gotta remember Kayman and Dai was not an option then, and Bimo was not an option then. So a lot of these players have come back from AFCON now. Now, respectfully, when a guy to be honest, let alone Foden, even Rodgers, when guys like that start stinking it up and does it for 4 or 5 weeks, I'm sorry, we got much better options available now in Sar, in Ndai, in Mbimo, in Bruno Fernandes, that we can easily switch. And we're not going to give these guys too much time nowadays. So ultimately, Foden is a sell. And the only reason why I would say hold fire this week is because they do play on a Saturday, right? And they do play one of the best fixtures on paper. I know the other previous fixtures are good, but it's not as good as Wolves. Like, this is literally the money fixture. So for the sake of that, I would just say take a chance on him this week and not sell him. However, if someone were to sell him this week, I still don't hate it either.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I'm happy for them to sell.
Yeah. Stock? You obviously don't own Foden, but do you think he is a sell?
Wolves' defense has improved, so I don't know. I don't think Foden will play 90 minutes, even if he does start. Well, it depends who you're selling to, right? If you're selling to Bruno Fernandes,
Yeah.
it does make sense to wait one more week.
What about Ndai though, or Enzo Fernandez, for example? Stock.
You're probably just better off rolling though, and then just playing Foden out one more game. Because he's definitely a sell next game week. He's definitely a sell next game week. Like, surely you'd rather just have that extra free transfer, because ultimately it's Foden versus Wolves at home versus Benjy versus Leeds at home. Is it really worth a free transfer this early? What if Benjy gets injured?
That's true.
Hmm.
But it doesn't feel like a great sell.
I don't know. I feel like you can sell him if you get the indication that he's not going to start. Whether it's in press conference or whether if it's some sort of leak or something.
Last week showed us we got the leaks that Foden was starting. He had a shit first half. He got hooked. The same thing can happen. Turkey's bowling out, bro. This is my thing. If Foden has a bad first half, he's getting hooked 50s, 60s, even halftime again.
Look, I don't have a problem with selling him, bro. I think I'm considering selling him myself, Benjy. I just need an excuse. You know what I mean? Even if it's a fake leak, bro. It says Foden is not starting. I just need an excuse to sell him, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
No,
so I can justify it myself.
For me, it's not about minutes. It's that no matter what, he needs to get the minutes and play well. If he doesn't, he's getting hooked. Because Turkey's bowling. That's the way I look at things. Cool.
Yeah.
Saka, talk to me, Kayman. Talk to me about Saka, bro.
Saka. Boom shakalaka. Boom shakalaka. So listen, with Bukayo Saka, here's the problem, right? I saw stats, it's scary stats. I don't know if it's true or not. Forgive me if listen, these stats be flying around all over the place. Apparently, for the last 2 years, Bukayo Saka has only 10 goals in the Premier League. Fact check me, please. Double check, cross-reference check, all that stuff. But how is a talisman? How is a guy that's so-called playing for the best team in the world, right? According to Kanji and Benjy, right? How is it that guy, which is a star boy for Arsenal Football Club, or top of the Champions League, top of the Premier League, they're top of the world, they're winning the quadruple, has only 10 goals in 2 full seasons, or not full season, but in last 2 seasons?
You
How is
can't
that
run
possible?
this argument, bro. That's just
No,
not
how is that
bro.
possible, bro?
Because you know how it's
How?
possible Arsenal sitting top of the Premier League and top of the Champions League, they don't have a single goal scorer in double digits in either competition. That's how. Goal spread,
Okay,
bro.
but
They have multiple goal scorers.
well,
You and Stark.
how is
You and
Gabriel?
Stark. You see this? Put those facts into the pocket, yeah? Because it doesn't work here. They're sitting
Okay,
top
why
of the
doesn't it
Champions
work?
League and
We're
the
talking
Premier
about
League.
FPL.
They don't
We're
need
talking about FPL.
Saka to be scoring 10 goals.
Okay, but we're talking about
So
FPL.
then we don't need
the-
Saka in
the-
our FPL teams, then, do we?
That's the point. Then you
They
just
don't
answered
need
for us.
Saka to score goals. Why do we need Saka
Listen,
in our
listen.
FPL teams? Thank you,
What I'm
Benji. You've
saying
just
is,
Thank you,
cracked
what I'm
Benji.
saying
Done,
is,
guys.
he
Done.
doesn't need
Benji
to
just said
have
it.
Mo
Closed.
Salah
Benji just said it, guys.
numbers.
Benji just said
He
it.
doesn't
Bukayo
need to
Saka
have Mo
does not
Salah
need.
numbers.
He does not need to
Done.
score goals. We do not need to own him in FPL. Easy.
Done.
Move on.
You heard
Next.
it from the main man, the biggest Saka fan in the world. You heard it from him.
Look, listen, if
He
you want to
doesn't need to
sell
score
Saka,
goals.
I think it makes sense. You can't be getting benched two times in the last 3 for 10.1 million. And when I'm putting you on my captaincy rankings, you're still getting benched. Sorry, it's unacceptable. My viewers are watching that thinking, who's this guy? What is he doing? So I'm not happy with him at all. But ultimately,
By the way, you know when you do a captaincy analysis, Benji, can you put expected benching on that as well, the bench logo, please, next time? Because you got the expected XG, all that stuff, right? And next minutes, please add expected bench for Saka as well.
We need
Thank
XB.
you. XB.
Please and thank you.
Thank you.
these. Okay,
And
listen.
XL, please.
I just want to say this,
Expected
right? Kayman and Stark, they go in on him, but this Foden guy has blanked 6 games. Saka's blanked twice. He's blanked 2 times in the last 2. That's it.
I don't have him as well. I don't have him as well. I'm
He still
selling
picked
him.
up six
I don't have
FPL
Foden
assists in
anymore.
the
It
last
doesn't
7.
count. I'm selling him.
But
I
what I
don't have
would
Foden.
say is,
I got Palmer.
what I would say is, don't mind if you sell. The thing is, if he gets one more benching in these next 2, because if we look at the spacing, right? Let's go to spacing schedule. Look at Arsenal at the very top. He's already started Inter Milan. The spacing's really nice between Inter Milan and United. It's Tuesday, Sunday. Then I'm not expecting Saka to play Kairat on Wednesday. That's going to be a Madueke game, hopefully. Then he'll get Leeds again. He might get Chelsea, which would mean 25, maybe his minutes aren't great. But as long as he gets 2 out of 2 in the next starts in the Prem, Man United and Leeds, I think his minutes will continue to improve considering Arsenal are already clear in the Champions League. They're first. There's no extra games. They're cruising in the cups. I think it's all Premier League from here on out. So for me, he's a hold.
I'll conclude on Saka. Let's say you're wildcarding now or in 24 and you've got the dilemma of, do I go for Saka or Rice? In my opinion, the only reason why you would go Saka and pay the extra money is if you really wanted to captain him. So there is a bit of an edge for Saka captaincy because I think he's under 20% owned. I don't know what his EO is. But in a double game week, you might get 20% EO Saka and you might have him captain. And that ultimately is an edge. Whether that edge pays off or not, that's a different story. But it's something that you'll have on a lot of managers because we'll be on Rice, Timber, Gabriel, for example. So in my opinion, that's the only reason why I'd have him. But after that double game week, I don't think he's worth the money, and I'd rather have Rice. I've got Rice now over him, but because I think Gabriel can match Saka.
Makes sense, actually. Makes sense. I guess the final talking point is the Egyptian king, Mo Salah. He's back in the game now. He started in the Champions League, 90 minutes. Is still on 7 returns this season, 14 million on penalties. Got some corner share as well. Is there any interest for Mo Salah? I'll show you the fixtures now.
Yeah, I do. I actually have interest in him.
Talk to me.
I just trusted Liverpool fans that I know thought that he played quite well last night, and this new system that Slot's developing with Kirkers and Frimpong providing the width and overlapping with Ekitike and Salah as the 2 strikers, whilst also fitting in Wirtz, Szoboszlai. Like apparently they're looking a lot better. So Liverpool assets could be back on the menu. To monitor.
And to beat Marseille away from home 3-0 is quite convincing, right? They're not a terrible team. They're one of the good teams in Europe, and so I think they've had a good performance. Salah, though, individually in terms of from open play, he's been struggling, right, in terms of goals. But it's one of those ones. Is when they see one go in, they can go on a run, and you would want to be there when that run happens. And I think Salah has yet to be in that form this season, and when he does hit it, I think you really wouldn't want to miss it, because especially in game week 28 when the fixture swings for Liverpool again. Of course, like after Bournemouth, I think the fixtures are quite tough. It's Newcastle, City, Sunderland away is not easy. Forest away is not easy. But from 28, like those 4 weeks, Wolves, West Ham, Tottenham, Brighton. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they score 10 goals in those 4 fixtures.
Yeah, like my planned transfer in 27 or 28 is Timber to Frimpong, if Frimpong's still fit, or like a Van Dijk. I think the fixture swing is immense, like you said.
Yeah.
And they play in the blank 31, and they have the potential to double. You could be getting ahead of the curve, because I think Slot might. I don't think he can win the Prem, so they're gonna probably want to go for FA Cup, Champions League, and I think it's more feasible to go for the FA Cup. So they could go on a nice run.
Yeah.
Agreed.
In terms of attack strength, Liverpool are sitting second from expected XG from open play, and they have scored the second most open play goals this season behind Man City. So they are still a good attack, as much as I want to clown them. Top 5 for non-pen XG, but it's just the set pieces which really takes them down. They're sitting 20th from attacking set pieces this season. Only 3 goals scored. It's the least amount in the entire league. So yeah, those are. I do think Salah at some point will come onto the conversation for sure. If you had a Verts, would you sell him this week finally? Just because
No,
Salah's back minutes, or you keep him?
no,
Keep him.
keep him. Bournemouth's a great fixture.
Cool. I guess that's a good segue into the strikers. A lot of people kind of considering, is this time to move off like a TK? You would probably second that and say probably keep him for Bournemouth stock.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he's been dodging points left, right, and center, man. Every time I watch him, he looks great. He's got so much ability. He's getting chances. He's creating his own chances as well, like the way he beats a man, shoots. Yeah, man, definitely keep. I think people might contemplate captaining him this week.
Just want to say on the Ekatike thing, there has been quite a few tweets, I think, regarding the new formation that Slot played with the, as you mentioned as well, Stark, about the 2 striker formation with the wing backs providing the width. So of course Focal and I think Andy Let's Talk FPL also made a tweet about the fact that that could slightly hurt Ekatike's minutes, potentially even get a benching here and there. I just think if you got the quality, unless it's for resting purposes, I just think you don't bench a player like Ekatike. Not if you're a serious football club. I just think
I agree.
the quality that he has. I mean, he's been one of the he's been the best signing they've had this season. Like out of all the players that they bought and spent millions, he looked the best out of everyone. So
Yeah.
even without GA, he just helps the team so much, creates the chances. Like all these goals that he scored, I don't think anyone has created anything for him. He's just done it himself, you know.
Yeah,
So
even Verts' goal against Burnley created it.
exactly, he beat 2 man to get into the wing, and then he put the ball back into the box, and then basically just scored an empty goal. But yeah, I just think Gakpo and Ekitike is there, and I don't think if he benches Ekitike, I would assume it's for rest, but not because Gakpo is close to him in any sense at all. So
His data is excellent, like very consistent.
yeah.
He's
I suppose.
Go ahead, Sal.
No, go on.
He's now second from non-pen XG out of all the strikers. It was Mateta there. Mateta's dropped a bit. Krupi is up there, but that's because he has minimal minutes. If once he plays more minutes, you'll see that non-pen XG drop. So Ekatike's data is really good.
Just quick question. I think we've skipped it. I own Tavernier. I don't know if anyone else does. Like,
Yeah,
he's
I
out
do as well.
injured.
Yeah.
What's the strategy here, man? Like, who's the best Tavernier replacement? Is it Njai? Or
I'd
do you
say
downgrade him?
if you can get up to Njai, I'd go there. But if you can't, then if you can just bench him, and just listen. It depends how long he's out, right? If he's out 4 to 5 weeks, you're probably gonna sell. If he's out 3 to 4, you might keep him just because the run you actually want him for starts in kind of 26-27, where it's like West Ham, Sunderland at home, Brentford at home, Burnley away, United at home. So even if he doesn't get the next few fixtures, it's okay. But if you are looking to sell, we got news today that Kieran Dewsbury Hall is back in full team training, so he is somebody to consider. Otherwise, Elliot Anderson for me would be the pick if you can't get up to Njai.
Dewsbury Hall. Isn't Dewsbury Hall just an open play threat man though?
No, he has corners, bro. He has corners. He has set piece.
No, I know that, but I meant he's more of like an attacking return asset,
Yeah.
right? Like, there's no def con with him, I swear.
He's hit it a few times, but it's not like regular. Like he's not an elite DEFCON hit rate yet. The issue is with Everton is that their set pieces have been coming in more than they have from open play. So if you look at Everton's attack from open play, they're sitting in the bottom 5, but from set pieces they're in at 9th. They've scored eight goals from set pieces, so they have been quite reliant on dead ball situations. But yeah, they've been without Benjy for a while, so I do expect him to improve that attack for sure. And they've been without Dewsbury Hall as well. Any
Morgan
other thoughts?
Rogers. Yeah, I want to talk about
Rogers.
Morgan Rogers and
Let's
Aston
talk
Villa
about
in
Rogers, yeah.
general. Aston
Yeah.
Villa, I think Kamara's out for the rest of the season, and I think McGinn's got an injury. I think Onana came on tonight for Villa against Fenerbahce, which is obviously positive. But Aston Villa and Rogers, man. Would you drop Rogers to Benjy if it means you can upgrade another asset and get Bruno Fernandes in? Because surely Benjy can match what Rogers does, 1 million less.
Yeah, I'm
He
considering
could.
it.
He could. Yeah. Man, and yeah, be a better asset potentially because he's got penalties. Rogers doesn't. In isolation, if he was to ask me, I think, and yeah, it could be a better asset, bro. He gets DEFCON. He's got open play threat. He's got assist threat. He's got some set pieces, and he's got. I think Ndia is a better asset than Rogers in isolation.
Benjy doesn't have set pieces,
But I don't know. Okay.
But it's still
I
enough,
thought he did
just
some corners.
because, like I keep saying, if you look at the DEFCON hit rates, it's him and Rice basically who are going to be hitting it regularly. That's it. Nobody else is going to hit it regularly.
I just think I'll take a pen taker, man. I'll take a pen taker.
Trust me, I've been following Benjy for a while. He's way better off the left, like way better. So I'm actually I think his output's
but selling Rogers is I'm not on board with. I just think if I'm wildcarding Gameweek 24, I would be having Rogers in my team.
Yeah, but think of like if you want Bruno and you want Palmer, I just think Rogers is a tick along asset who you're never going to captain. So 1 million less, Benjy can, in my opinion, keep pace with Rogers surely because Rogers is someone who never really puts up excellent underlying data. I know in the last game he had really good data, and even tonight created a very good chance with Sancho, and he had another chance, I think, hit the post. But to me, Rogers is just someone who's like an example of just excellence. When he gets a return, it's just simply excellence. Like, how often does Rogers score a tap in or like a really easy chance? It's so rare.
I agree with everything you're saying, Stark. But if you go based off fixtures, if you go on the fixture ticker, Benji, just for a bit more bigger one, please. So if you look at Aston Villa's fixture, I think the reason why I'm telling people that have Rogers not to sell is because where is Aston Villa? So Brentford, and then okay, Brentford is a not exactly easy fixture, but at least they're playing at home. Bournemouth, Brighton, Leeds, Wolves, like these is just incredible. Like, and then of course Chelsea United, fair enough, that's tough. But then West Ham in 31 with blanks. I don't know, man. I just think it would be tough for me to miss out on those four. Like, have no Villa at all for these fixture on right here. For 5 weeks.
Yeah, but if it's to be honest, I'm asking from a very selfish, team-dependent point of view where
I know what you mean.
I simply cannot buy Bruno Fernandes unless I
then I would do it.
drop
Then
someone.
I'll do it probably. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm honestly thinking about selling Rogers. I just bought him last week, but I should have stayed with my thinking of like he is a 7-7 priced asset now with absolutely no routes to points apart from the fact that he's a 90-minute guy every week. And if you look at Aston Villa attacking wise, I mean, they're not great. They're basically mid-table. So it's not even like I'm paying 7-7 for an attack that's not even that great. And I understand they are one of the biggest overperforming attacks this season. But this is what you're starting to see. Rogers had the data, he didn't produce the output, and that's going to continue to happen. Why? Because he's the biggest overperformer this season. He's going to start to trend more so close to his data.
Do you remember, Stark, when the beginning of the season when we saw him in game week 7 or 6, right? Then he started to return. Like
I sold him in game week 3.
I saw him in 6 or 7. Then I think he played Tottenham, and that's when he got an assist. And then the following fixture, he played another team. I don't remember who, but I think it was a promoted team. And then he got another assist, and then he got a goal, and then he started to tick along. So I think it could be one of those scenarios where people sell him, and then he starts ticking along in these fixtures. Like, I'm not saying he's gonna explode, but at least he's gonna get you 6 or 10 here and there, you know. So
He's a baller. He's such a baller, man.
yeah,
And when
man.
you
I don't
when
know,
you
man.
own him, you enjoy watching Villa because what he can do on the
Yeah.
pitch is just phenomenal. But like I said, he's ticking along in your team. He's not a captain asset, and I
Mm,
think Njai can get close to him for 1 million less. So that 1 mil can do quite a lot to your team. I wouldn't
mm.
recommend going out of, but if you can get Bruno and all these other assets whilst having Rodgers, great, I'll do it. But in my scenario, I can't. I don't think.
That's different then, yeah. You're enabling another premium in your team, so yeah.
Cool. Anything else on the mids before we move on quickly to the?
There's a lot of options, man. I think 5 in midfield is definitely the way to go. 5 midfielders. Everyone should have 5 strong midfielders,
For
and yeah,
the listeners, what would you do with Bruno G if he's
sell
injured?
Sell.
To who?
if he's injured.
Sell Indra.
NDI,
Very easy.
Enzo. I would even say Rogers. I know people are talking about selling Rogers. I say Rogers is also an option.
You're not buying
The
Rodgers.
fixtures is there. Not this week, but
It doesn't
next
matter. You
week.
need to sell Bruno G this week.
Mm,
I'd sell him to
Yeah,
a draw.
what about those managers who have Tavernier and Bruno G? They can't buy Njai twice, can they?
No,
that's what I'm saying.
I'd bench Tavernier because Tavernier's got more long-term lifespan. Like if you look, why are Bournemouth top of the fixture ticker? It's because of the 26 to 31 run, not because of 24 to 20, because of 27 to 31. So I'd keep him. See if you get more info from Areola, and then 24. There's fixture swings plenty. You know, you only need what 1 mil, 1.1 mil after tonight to get up to Enzo. You can find that.
This Enzo thing, man, it's bugging me. It's bugging me. I don't know why
Bruno
I'm not
G's got
feeling
to
it.
go.
Yeah, but I'm not. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm not feeling Enzo Fernandez hype this time around, bro. I'm not feeling it. I don't know what it is. I can't get on board with it. But fair enough. Sure, minutes are there.
No, I watched the Chelsea game again. He was very unlucky not to get a return. He scored like a nice header as well.
So would you say would you put him in your short list? You say, for example, I don't know, where would you rank him in terms of NDI, Rogers, and what's the code?
The issue for me is that
Enzo,
I
yeah.
only have one spot for a Chelsea mid. And if I decide on Enzo, it means that I'm riding off Palmer. I'm just not willing to do that.
Exactly.
So that's why I'm just going to wait on Enzo until 24 and then pick one. Him, Neto, or Palmer. That's what I'm kind of looking.
That's the plan. That's the
Cool.
plan. But
Strikers. We already touched on Ekitike, hold him for Bournemouth. There's not many great strikers to buy this week, guys. Not many. Maybe you can go to Thiago. Is that Villa fixture starting to look a little bit better in terms of the 24 fixture? But there's not really many to buy this week. Krupi. I think Krupi, you could consider Mane, but not great.
yeah, I mean JP could be a shout. I mean he was rested in the Champions League, right? So that's an outside shout with Chelsea's fixtures that are coming up. Forward is just rubbish in general. I just think if you got forwards, I wouldn't buy forwards right now. I just think wherever you go, just try to go downgrade them, get to Krupi or Mane, and then just invest the money into midfield. As we discussed, there's tons of midfield options available. So yeah.
Cool. Stock anything here?
Game week 24, I'd eye up JP if we get top 8.
Wow.
If you're wildcarding in 24 and we finish top 8, then why not go JP and then move him to Thiago in 28? Just a good fixture play, I think, because I think JP's first choice personally. So I don't see him being rotated like in the Burnley game, for example, because we don't have other fixtures. I think Delat would play the B team fixtures.
Yeah. Cool. We'll move into the defenders, and I saw the Banks put a question: do we think Guehi starts in 23? I think 100,000,000,000% he's gonna start, and I actually think Guehi's a really, really, really interesting option if you have a City spot open. I said it last week. Kayman said, "Nah, you're wrong." I told him O'Reilly's a sell. O'Reilly continues to be a sell, and yeah, I'd be looking to get off of him. I
Yeah, I
honestly
was wrong
don't
on
even
that one.
I don't think he's going to
Yeah.
start Wolves just because Rodri and Bernardo Silva are suspended for Champions League Galatasaray. So because
Yeah.
of that, I think O'Reilly's going to start in the midfield, which means he needs to be bench against Wolves. I Nori off in the left back. probably Ake and Guehi, maybe, or
Just wanted to
Guehi
add
and
on that one,
Kusunov.
by the way. I'm a bit surprised with O'Reilly being back-to-back bench in the Premier League, but again, this Pep, so I'm not surprised at the same time. I did think he wasn't a sell because I thought City's fixtures were good, especially ahead of Wolves, and I was hoping that he'll be available. But now it doesn't look very likely with the fact that he played 90 minutes in the Champions League. So he's someone that, even though he's playing Wolves, I wouldn't hate if someone were to sell even this week because his minutes are up in the air. So yeah.
Yeah. If you're selling, I'd look at. I do think Fulham's fixtures. It's a bit early to go there, but it is interesting. I think Chalobah stock. You think, I know you don't like him as a player, but in FPL, seems like he's nailed for Rosinha, no?
You've got your wildcard in your back pocket, and you've got an O'Reilly, and you just want to play the fixtures. And yeah, Chalobah's a good pick.
Yeah. And what I would say as well, if you look at the set piece defense table, Palace bottom from defensive set pieces. They conceded the most XG in the league. They conceded 12 goals from set pieces. Only 3 teams in the league have conceded more. So I think it's a pretty good fixture for a Chalobah, definitely, who's gotten a few returns from set pieces. Reece James, I don't think I would go there. He's a bit pricey. Kukureya's probably minutes are a bit better. A little bit late to buy Tarkowski for me. Anything else here, guys? Nope. Kayman?
Sorry. In terms of O'Reilly replacement,
Yeah.
defense is a bit it's a bit weird right now because other than Chelsea, I really struggled to find an entry point for any other team. I think you missed the boat on the Everton boys. I think with the Fulham boys, I think you can wait. I don't think you need to go on now. The entry point, there's still time to get there. I think maybe 26 or something like that. You can go to them. Bournemouth, I don't trust Bournemouth, right? So yeah, I think it just comes back to either you go for a sideways moving Gehi or Riley to Gehi, or potentially go to a Chelsea defender. I think those are the two options at the moment. I think Munoz is rumored to be back by the Benjy, so he's going to be back for the Villa game. So if you could wait till next week, I think I'd look at Munoz as well as an outside shot.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not really interested in Palace. I think they're just a big no-go. Mateta's pushing for a leave. They've lost already Guehi. I don't think it's looking good, but yeah, maybe you could wait. I saw Ice0909 asked who's the O'Reilly replacement. He already has Gabriel, Timber, Chalobah. For me, I'd look at the 4-5 market. I think going early for Joachim Anderson's probably your play, or even going down to a Mukiele or Alderete, because the next 2 fixtures are good. And they're cheap. You seem to have quite an expensive defense, so I'd be shopping in that 4-5, 4-6 area. Cool. Just quickly before we head into some other things, I did some analytical calculations. Just anybody who is on Wildcard, and Stock, he was hating Stock and Kayman. Reviews washed. Romero, what kind of pick is that? Romero this, Romero that. Romero scored 2 goals, one in the Champions League, one in the Prem. What you boys saying now?
Wait, hold on. Romero scored.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know. Holy shit.
Scored, bro.
Okay.
He's had
You
3
think he'll be
shots
clean?
in each of his last 3 games. Bournemouth, West Ham, and Dortmund.
Wow. Okay. Fair enough. I mean, look, he's the only set piece that they have. But
That's not true.
I mean, you're gonna be trapped with him now. Like the fixtures are horrible. Like okay, he's got to go. Like okay.
Yeah,
Now you're stuck with him.
He got 8 points. So let's say if they cleaned twice in a row, we never doubted that they couldn't clean. They couldn't clean. The point was, it's a 2 game week punt because the fixtures after game week 24 are shit. So why would you do it? Like if you wildcard early, you can't afford luxury picks like that. You have to take calculated punts that are worthwhile. I don't think 8 points and probably conceding this weekend is worth it.
Cool. Yeah, no, I understand that. Yeah, you're right. It was a short-term punt, but he did return. On the right-hand side, I do have a Salah and Haaland wildcard draft that the analytical models are really hot on. They really like the triple Arsenal defense. Push the money into your 3 premiums: Mo Salah, Erling Haaland, and Bruno Fernandes. Getting a pen taker in Njai, and then Semenyo to Enzo Fernandez in a couple weeks is likely transfer. I think that team's pretty strong, to be honest. Pretty strong. Then you also have the Palmer, Bruno, Haaland one, which you can also look at. I think that one's pretty good.
Yo, I got a talking point. So in Game Week 24, I'd say it's the best wildcard because you have a lot of information and there's a lot of swings, right?
Yeah,
Would
yeah.
you go no Haaland? Because I shout out Kratos and Kratos is in wildcard this week and he's in a no Haaland draft. And I think a lot of people are doing it.
I think you could with now the Salah is back. I think now the Palmer is an option, Saka is an option. Well, all the Saka is an option as a curse rather than a blessing. Bruno is an option. I think you could definitely go because Salah always is the alternative by default in terms of premium for premium. But if I still look at the fixtures for Haaland, I just think they are slightly better. But yeah, I just think, man, I don't know, man. It's tough.
When are you going to
Salah's
capture? That's it.
Done.
Like, just forget wildcard and etc. etc. But when are we next going to captain Haaland after Wolves?
Not for a while.
If he smashes Wolves, people are going to captain him versus Tottenham, bro.
Not me.
Probably maybe around 28, 29, but even then, I'd argue Salah's fixture is probably better.
Look at Palmer's fixture at home in 24, man. Like, if he's going to play that game, surely if you own him, you captain him.
He ain't playing that, Saki. He ain't playing that, bro.
It's the problem.
It's
No, I do see where you're coming from. I do see where you're coming from.
It's a conversation for sure. It's a conversation because
I think it's viable. I would say I think it's viable, but it's a risk.
I'll
It's a
tell you
risky one.
100%.
Yeah.
Bruno Fernandes against Fulham at home. Why not?
No.
DEFCON, set pieces, pens, 90 minutes. Why not?
It's okay. It's okay.
Fulham
not
aren't
a green fixture.
Fulham
though.
aren't
It's not a green fixture.
But Tottenham away, like, yeah, it's fine. But Haaland's form doesn't justify perma captaining him anymore. Like, how many? If anyone had balls in this game and went against Haaland in the last 5 to 4 game weeks, they'd be flying. They would be flying. That's just a fact.
That's true.
What's Haaland done?
1 penalty goal in 5. But no other premiums have recently performed. Palmer's actually done well in home games. Bruno come back.
I'm not captaining Haaland in 28 against Leeds away unless they have like 4 or 5 injuries. Are you guys going to? If that fixture was now, would you captain Haaland away against Leeds?
Yeah.
What?
Bro, the thing is,
No
this
way.
is my issue with Salah. Like, he got 90 and Slot's gone to this front too. So it's like, it could easily be Gakpo, Ekitike. It could be... So I need to see Salah with the minutes first because he was getting benched in the Prem, right? So if you ask me now, I'm not going to trust Salah's minutes for 28. But if I have seen he's starting, he's looking good, he's looking sharp, 100% I'll be on Salah. West Ham and Wolves, way better fixtures.
And then 30... Who would it be? Yes, Haaland.
30 Haaland. It's a conversation. It's definitely a conversation for next week, but this week, yeah, I guess we can move into captaincy.
I think everything will be shut down once I think Haaland like braces versus Wolves. I think if he blanks, then it's gonna be a bigger conversation. But if he braces, no one's gonna talk about going with that Haaland and wildcard, respectfully.
Yep. So, 4 options this week, 4 premium options. Now there are some others we can discuss, but we have Haaland home to Wolves Saturday 3 p.m. He has 7 goals in 2 home starts against Wolves, 21 points last time, and then the first time he played them was a 17 bomber. He does have the second best spacing behind Arsenal this week. Salah, really, really good historicals against Bournemouth as well. Obviously smashed him in the double last season. Saka has picked up a return in 3 of 4 home starts against United, and Palmer is hit double digits in both away starts at Palace. How are we thinking here before I move into the data? Let me run a poll while you guys chat this.
Can I just say, by the way, if I had Salah, I would captain him. I'd consider captaining him, but I think he's a good option this week.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's just the only thing is I would say gone.
I was just gonna say, look at the expected minutes for Haaland, 77.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was gonna say. The minutes is what's worrying me about Haaland, and even I would say like if you don't have Salah, which I think majority of us don't, I think it's Palmer thing. I don't know what to say for Palmer. Like I don't know if he's fair. I don't know if he's gonna play. It's so weird, man.
So the issue
So
that I
weird.
have with Palmer is that yes, it's actually not 4 nights rest because he didn't play in the Champions League. So it's actually he's going to be the most rested asset. But in terms of spacing, he's playing Sunday, Wednesday, and he will play Napoli, right, Stock?
I'd assume so, yeah.
If he starts Napoli, then don't you think his minutes could be affected against Palace?
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's my concern with Palmer. Saka, I don't think he plays Kairat, so it's a little bit better. He's got the best spacing, but then again, United, not the best fixture. Salah's spacing is tight from Wednesday, Saturday, but then again, he's got Saturday, Wednesday. So if he is nailed, then Salah's going to be a really good candidate this week. I just want to read a stat that I do have on Haaland. Erling Haaland has now failed to score in his last 8 Man City matches, excluding penalties. That's his worst streak in club football since September 2017 to April 2018 with Molde. So it's basically since in the last sort of 6-7 years, this is his worst run of form.
Yeah, man. When I watch Man City, I feel like he doesn't get fed as much. Like at the start of the season, he was being fed constantly, but now I feel like I imagine the data backs that up, right?
Yeah, definitely. So what I would say is if you look at his XGI in home games, he's getting like 0.3, 0.4 on average. Like he is still getting those apart from one game, I think it was Leeds. He didn't get Leeds at home, he didn't get much. But at home he is still getting one good chance per game. His minutes have still been good. But yeah, City are still the best attack in the league. I still think Wolves is, if not the best, second best fixture this week. I just think, unfortunately, as much as you want to say with Haaland's form, tell me which of these 4 guys are in form. Who's in form here?
But why are they the only people you can captain?
So who else are you considering?
You've picked 3 flawed assets at the moment as potential candidates. Like Salah, if he plays, I'd probably say he's the least flawed one out of a lot of them. Palmer, we don't know if he's fit and if what his minutes would be. Saka, once again, I think Saka's minutes would be good, to be fair, as they play Kairat and they don't really need to win that game. So I think Madueke plays that game. So I'm assuming Saka gets 90 here. But then again, Arsenal were 0-0 with Liverpool and he got subbed off in the 70th minute. So I don't want to make bold assumptions. Like, there's other assets in FPL that are doing very good.
No, I
Sorry,
do
I just saw the
agree. I
chat.
think Semenyo is one if you have him, but you know
Yo,
what
the
my
chat is
model's
killing
about. I
me.
always pick pens, I pick set pieces because they're important. I pick talisman. And these guys play for the 4 best attacks in the league. Apart from Bruno Fernandes, who has Arsenal away, I'm sorry. I'm just not going to be including him as an option. So you tell me who
Can
I've
I come
missed
back?
on.
Can I come back on this whole? I think Benji had a good. I think Benji has a very good captaincy slide, and I like his captaincy motto in terms of his motto, in terms of captaining and premiums. I think it's logical. I think it makes sense. If you're gonna start putting in fringe assets like Harry Wilson's and NDI and those guys, I think that's when you're gonna lose, because the reason why those guys are not normally the captaincy shout, maybe in an odd week, once in a blue moon you can consider it, is because the number one, the club that they play for. If you look at the expected data of these teams scoring goals, they don't score more than 1 or 2 goals often,
Expected
right?
data. He even says it like
Sorry,
Benji now.
I'm sorry about that. My bad.
He says it. He says it like Benji.
I'm sorry, bro.
Data.
Benji's influence. My bad. My bad. Okay.
Expected
So
data.
if you look at the expected goals and all that shebang that Benji does, right? Those teams are not going to be in the top 4. So when you look at your Chelsea, when you look at your Liverpool, when you look at your Arsenals and Cities, the reason why we like to captain them is because we know that these teams have potential to score more than 2 or 3 goals in a single game. So your chances of your player getting a return in those games or having a GA involvement is much higher than someone like an NDI or a freaking Harry Wilson or X, Y, and Z. You know. So I think I understand. I think this is the model that we should. I think that was the most optimal one. But there's definitely an outside shout, like for example, like Ekatike or something like that. But I just don't think that's optimal to captain. I don't think you can consistently captain someone like Ekatike.
Yeah, and also with Ekatike, the turnaround's is quite tight. Wednesday, Saturday, 5:30. So yeah, I'm just a little bit skeptical on that. In terms of defensive data, I do think still Wolves and Bournemouth are probably the best
Nah,
fixtures,
nah.
but the issue is if you split home and away, Bournemouth still over the last 4 home matches for all teams are sitting top from XGC. So I don't know if it's that great of a fixture. Palace are actually trending really poorly, really poorly. I think Palmer could do quite well this week, considering everything that's going on at Palace. So he would be an outside shout for me. The big 7, everyone's on Haaland. City are top for projected goals as well. Yeah, for me, it's going to be Haaland this week. Nobody really else is interesting. I think I'm just going to back it. Wolves at home. Expect him to play. Do you guys think he'll start?
Who?
Haaland.
Tune into my deadline stream to find out.
Oh, this guy, bro.
Yeah, the thing is, Man City are 11th. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 teams level on 13 points in the Champions League. So, and I think they all play on the same match day. So there's a lot to play for. I would say Man City need to win 4-0 against Galatasaray to get top 8, which would mean they would avoid 2 playoff games. Which just increases fixture congestion. So you'd assume they'd want to win that game. So it's a must-win game for them to get top 8. So Pep said that Haaland's exhausted. He's telling the truth. And Galatasaray is such a must-win game. Which game does he get minutes shaved with Marmoush back in the fray now? That's the real question. Is it this game?
I don't think so. I think City are still pushing for the Prem. Like, I don't think he can risk benching. Like, even Marmoush came on, right? Against Bodo, but he didn't take Haaland off. So I think Haaland will start. And if the game's closed out, Haaland will come off. But like I said, City have the second best spacing. They had Tuesday Champions League game, which was the early kickoff on Tuesday. So then it's Tuesday, Saturday, and then Wednesday again. So they actually have like 4 nights between before and after, which is really nice. So, but it's the nicest that you really can get as a European schedules. I think he'll get both, probably 70 in Wolves, 90 in Galatasaray.
Reason why I'm tempted to captain Cole Palmer is because so many people don't own him, and it's like I can gain if he just scores 1 goal, I can gain 20 points on pretty much the whole field.
Yeah, he's had a flawless start at Selhurst Park as well. Goal and 2 assists in 2 starts. Palace, like I said, Palace. If you look at last 6 across bottom defensive metrics, Palace are low, very low. It's not here. This is across the season, but if you're in the Patreon, shout out, first link in the video description. You'll see last 6 Crystal Palace sitting bottom 5 most defensive metrics, big chances conceded, total shots, shots inside the box, attempts from set pieces, everything. So I do think Palmer could do well. The only reason why I'm a bit hesitant on Palmer is, will Rossini have an eye on that Napoli game? That's the only consideration that I have, because this is probably going to be the first midweek he starts in a while. Cool. Yeah, just an outside shout for Semenyo as well. He didn't travel. He's gonna be fully rested. If you have him, consider him. But I don't captain guys who are all open play. That's just my rule. Any final thoughts here, boys?
Mo Salah is essential. Oh, what? You don't think so, Benjy?
Yeah, essential is a bit mad, bro. Bit mad.
Oh,
I
well.
don't think he's nailed to start for Bournemouth. That's the issue. Minutes, bro.
Let's see. Come Gameweek 24, I might have more Salah in my team, bro. Let's see.
Yeah, you won't. Stark, any final thoughts on captaincy this week for you? He's thinking about it, bro. He's like, Cole Palmer.
Just because you got the Cole Palmer haircut, you have to captain him, bro. Surely you have to captain him.
I just think that I actually think captaincy is a bit rank dependent. If you're in the top 10k, you just go Haaland, man. Unless you truly think, like, oh, he's not gonna play, or like he's just shit. Like, unless you have your really strong reasons, I just think, why would you risk it? Whereas in my position, I just think 2 million, 1.3 million, 800k. What's the difference, man?
Yeah, makes sense.
I agree. I agree with Stock, but the thing is, Stock, I have to believe in these guys as well. Did you get it? I have to believe in Mr. Bukayo Saka, which I don't. I think he's a glorified right back. I think he's a forward in my team, and I can't wait to get rid of him. That's the situation I'm in.
Okay.
So
And just my final piece of advice: make sure you set your vice captains this week. Okay, because who knows what can happen with this. Cool. We'll start with Stocky Boy off the back of his wild card. It was pretty successful. Why don't you go ahead and run us through your team this week, your plans?
I left money in the bank to do Semenyo to Bruno in 24, and now I'm 0.1 million short, and I'm actually so pissed off about that fact. It's messed me up so badly, bro.
Semenyo's rising, by the way.
Yeah, but when's Bruno Fernandes gonna rise?
Not until next deadline. Like not until after this deadline.
Yeah, but is he gonna rise on the Saturday?
Who, Semenyo?
Because no, Bruno.
Yeah.
Because if
Probably.
that's the thing, like I'm screwed, man. When does City play?
Saturday.
Saturday. Yeah, I'm screwed. I'd need Semenyo to score a hat trick to like have any chance.
Possible. Possible. So what's your move that you're looking at this week then?
Have any to enjoy?
You have the money.
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro. You like that move, Kayman?
to be honest, I have the same player. I mean, if he's out long term, I'm looking at that as well. But before I commit to such moves, I need to be sure that because I've got other things planned as well. For example, Cole Palmer, I can even afford. So if I can get to Cole Palmer, I'll rather prioritize that than someone like NDI. Do you know what I mean? But I just need assurance that he's fit. I mean, hopefully, I don't know if there's a press conference on Friday or not.
There should
But
be.
if I hear that he's fit,
Bro, it's
if I hear that he's
hilarious, bro.
fit,
Stock wildcards, he got 2 injuries off the back of wildcard, bro. Goodmanson and Tavernier. This season
Two players that play
shit, bro.
once a week.
Shocking.
crazy
Shocking.
man.
Season sucks. Thiago's nice though. Thiago's nice this week. You have a high expected point for sure this week. Cool. Kayman?
Yeah, I mean, same shit as Stock. I think Tavernier, if he's out long term, that'll be someone that I'll do it first. I have like 3.1 million in the bank. I mean, what can I get to with that? I mean, let's double check. Well, he's 5.5, right? I can get to Polly Palmer, I think. I might be
What?
able to. I'm not sure. Hold on, let me check.
Tavernier to
Let me check if
Palmer.
able to.
Boy, that's
I have a lot of money in the bank,
crazy.
bro. I have a lot of money in the bank. I'm just gonna
Wait,
double check
Yo,
if I can
you're
do that.
smoking, bro. What?
Have you been investing in crypto? FPL
Bro, hold
crypto.
on, bro. Hold on, bro. Let me check. I mean,
He's
I
a
can
team-
get
He's a
freaking
team
Bruno,
value
bruv.
merchant stock. Team value.
Bro,
merchant.
I've been nah. To be honest, I got 8.6 actually. I can get to 8.6, but I can get to NDI, top into NDI,
I think
and I
you
could
may-
afford
that
into
may-
Palmer as well.
Yeah, I'd
I like
bench
NDI to
O'Reilly
be
as
fair.
well. Bench O'Reilly.
Yeah, I'll bench O'Reilly for sure, bro. Like that guy's a fraud, bro. Like that guy's a fraud. He's useless, bro.
Who?
But NDI does make sense, you know.
I think we're all gonna be going for Njai this week. This is me. I have. Do I have 3 frees or 2 free? I have 3 free. I'm looking at using
Mhm.
1 free for either Rogers or Semenyo to Njai, or just roll. Because honestly, I'm kind of happy to start Kroopy this week. I don't want to play Rogers. Ideally, I don't want to field him. So if I think Foden doesn't get more than 60, then I'm selling him, or I'll just sell Rogers or roll. I don't know what to do. Yeah. The thing is, if I use my free this week, it means that I can't get Palmer, Bruno, and I can't get Palmer and Bruno for free next week. But if I go and dry. If I roll this week, I can get both of them. What would you do?
Roll and do it for free.
But do you think Palmer is going to be an option that you're actually just going to want in 24? Because I'm not sure if he starts, bro. Because if you look at the spacing schedule, right? 24 West Ham at home. Chelsea are there in the middle. It's surrounded by Napoli away and Arsenal. Is he going to start West Ham?
No, he could rest the Arsenal game, bro.
Yeah, that's true. But that's my concern, really. That's my.
Wait, someone said in the chat you cannot sell Semenyo this week. Who's selling Semenyo this week? I'm confused.
Manu, bro. Oh, come on. We're not selling. We're not selling. Nobody's selling Semenyo this week. Cool. But yeah, that's my team. Looking at Benjy. Well. Okay, peer pressure time. Another red. Surprise, surprise. Kayman chasing points with Ekatike captain. Another flop.
That's a harsh flop, by the way.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
he
it's
should
very
have got
harsh.
something.
He was actually a better captain than Haaland, so I do have to say fair play. Saka the fraud with a 1 point. Saka and Foden. Oh, look at our bench. We had 30 points on our bench.
What?
No, 26 points.
To be honest, no
Crazy
one
stuff.
else returned, so it's not exactly a flop. So.
I did say bench boost last game week, but no one. You boys didn't listen.
Bro. Don't even thought.
I tried to get us the bench boost, but you were adamant.
Okay,
For us not to
just
do
a reminder: whoever's name it doesn't land on last is getting the free decision this week. Please, no. Come on, bro. One more, and I get a veto back. Oh man.
No, you're not getting it back, bro. It's gonna be on you now, bro. Done.
Yes!
No!
Yes! Come on, lad! Come on! We got it back, bro! Oh, that feels so good. Okay, I'm forfeiting my decision. I'm gonna be getting my veto back next week, guys. That's what I'm doing. Okay, this is a team 1 free, 0.0 million in the bank.
Let's see how quickly that. Let's see how long that veto lasts. I'll make sure that veto disappears like the wind.
You ain't doing nothing, bro. You ain't doing nothing.
We'll see, mate. We'll see.
Okay, cool. I'm so happy, bro. Finally, I got my back. Actually, team looks pretty good this week. Not much to do.
Yeah, roll this thing. Roll it.
Roll, right?
Yeah. And what else are you gonna do?
Stark is cooking something up. Hey, look. Yo, you're not Walter White, bro. You're not Heisenberg, bro. Get out of here.
I just want to see the team, mate. I don't know what you're talking about.
We do have the captain on Haaland. We should move that, right? Kayman?
It should be on Haaland, yeah.
Sock? That's we can just agree to that, right?
I'm on Haaland.
Bro, what's our rank? Like 50 mil?
2 million.
Bro, we're not captaining Haaland.
No, we've captained
Sorry,
Haaland.
we're
We didn't
3
captain Haaland in the
million.
last 2 weeks, bro.
We're 3 million, bro.
We didn't captain
Yeah,
Haaland the last 2-3 weeks,
we're
bro.
3 million. Let's chase some serious differential juice right now. Let's go Semenyo or Ekatike. Why not?
I'm down for Semenyo. He's fully rested.
I'll go
7
Semenyo
days.
probably as well. Semenyo. If you guys want to take on Haaland, both of you,
I
like
don't.
Semenyo.
Wait, no. It's actually me and you both want Haaland, right, Kayman?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right. So
think so.
Stocks he's been overpowered.
Sorry to the viewers. These guys are sad.
That's not true. I
condom
last week I captained
managers.
Ekatike. That's not
They're
true.
ranked
That is not
3.
fucking
Oh,
true.
so when you want to captain
No.
someone different, it's
No,
alright.
I
but
made
when
a
I wanna
decision
do it,
last
it's
week
not.
to take on the freaking beast, and guess what? Guess what that led me to? F all.
Yeah,
I
but
can't cuss right now.
that's unlucky
bro.
because Haaland did nothing.
Okay, bro. I've been unlucky all season, bro. It's just been the season that I've been. Anyways, I just think this week I don't trust anyone else except for Haaland and Mohamed Salah. Those are the 2 names. Cole Palmer, if you can guarantee me he starts, I like him. Otherwise, no.
What about Saka?
I don't captain glorified right back. Sorry.
I would like us to sell Saka to Cole Palmer.
I agree. Do it now. I'm with you. Let's do it now. I agree.
Happy to save it for
That's
next
not
game week.
That's not a decision.
No. I agree.
You don't have a
I'm
decision.
happy to
No.
save
I
it.
agree.
Guys don't have
I'm
a
not stuck.
decision.
No, but it's a group thing.
It's a
group decision.
2v1. It's 2v1.
It's a group decision.
It's
I want to sell
2v.
Saka.
No, Kayman. It's 2v1 for next game week.
Okay.
And if it lands on either one of us, that's one of the moves. And if
Done.
Benjy dares to veto it and use his veto, he can do that, can't he? Let's see how long
He
his
can,
veto
yeah, he can.
lasts.
Let's see. That's it.
Just
Yeah,
know
Oh
that
no, these
Saka-
guys are
that
they're
guy's
tag
gone.
teaming me, bro. This is
That
fair.
guy is gone, bro. I
getting
look
Bonnie-
around left, right, center. The only bum I see is Saka, bro. That's the only one I see.
You're getting
Oh
Bonnie
man,
blued.
oh man.
All right,
Fraud.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Fraud alert, bro.
Cool. Team
So
is
Semenyo captain, yeah? Go back. Semenyo captain, yeah?
no, Haaland, bro.
Fuck, I would have said. I mean, I don't hate it, bro. Like I'm not. I don't hate it. Just because I don't think Haaland gets 90, bro. You know what I mean? Like I think it's a discussion, but because of the type of manager I am, right? If you was to be my team, and I was to sit here and think, okay, I have Semenyo and Haaland, who would I captain? I'm sorry, bro. I would always choose Haaland, bro.
Yeah, well, that's fine. This isn't your team. This is our team. That's a bit of fun. It's
True,
ranked 3
true.
million. Let's just go for Semenyo captain. Like,
He's trying to convince you, Kate.
you know what's sad about the fact is that Benji's actually tryharding this team, and it's ranked 3 million. That says everything
Well,
you need to know.
Bro, how do you expect me to do it? Kayman, bro, Kayman.
You know
Kayman,
why
he
I
did the
don't want to take
draft.
him on? Do you know why I don't want to take him on, bro? Stuck. Haaland literally made a tweet about the fans that traveled to the Bodo team that they lost to, some bomb. Right? Tweet that the fans don't deserve what the performance that they put out there, and that they're gonna do better and they're gonna figure it out. Like he literally made a
Doesn't mean
public tweet.
anything.
No, I'm just saying, like the dude knows he's
Yeah, he
let them
knows
down.
it's not good enough.
Do you know what I mean? So, in redemption game, Wolves, the Whipping Boys, is at home. What time is the kickoff, Benji?
3 p.m.
Th-
Haaland's
3
bread and
p.m.
butter,
It's his
bro.
favorite time kickoff. He's gonna be well fed. He's gonna wake up on time, well fed. He's gonna have his milk, as he said. I think it's a recipe for him to get a brace, bro. And all these talks of Haaland this, Haaland that, let's sell him, not essential, is all gonna die down after this game, bro. It's either he shuts down the haters and he flies again, or we're gonna have some uncomfortable conversations, bro.
Clip that. Clip that.
Yeah,
Kayman
we're
That's what I'm
sticking
saying.
with him, bro. Sticking with him.
He's boldly claimed that Haaland's going to score a brace and everything's going to be forgotten.
That's not what I said. Come on now.
It is what you
That's
said.
not exactly what I said. Come on,
we'll
dog.
clip
Come
that.
on.
We'll clip that.
Context,
Clip it.
guys.
We'll
I
clip it,
I gave
clip
two
it.
scenarios. Come on, guys.
No, we'll clip it to suit our narrative. I got a few questions
Oh.
here. Stock. Would you risk it playing O'Reilly or just go Joachim Anderson?
Anderson. Oh, I don't know, man. Like, I'm not. Wait and see. We should get City leaks. Simple decision. If O'Reilly's going to start, O'Reilly. Like, we've been getting City leaks.
Somebody said Dan Ballard, good captain shout.
No.
Sorry. If there's gonna be any defender you captain is big Gab. bro.
It is Gabriel, yeah.
Dan Ballard captaincy shout. What? Who is like? Bro, pass the spliff, man. Let me get some. Can I have some of that?
Just before we go, just want to highlight that try not to make any early moves this week. We're probably going to get a double game week announcement in the next few days. So yeah, double game week 26 is coming. Arsenal and Wolves will be the postponed fixture pushed there. Yeah, just make sure to kind of be prepared for that. Yeah. Any last words, boys? We'll wrap it up now.
No, thank you guys for tuning in. We had a really good turnout, so I appreciate you guys for showing the support and continue to do so. And make sure to check out for Stark on X. He's doing a phenomenal job in terms of playing Sun Dream Team. Of course, FPL wise, we're both mudded, but Sun Dream Team, he's cooking. I think he's top 10 in the world right now. And of course, continue to support Benjy on Thinking Cap. He's smashing it. And yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the chat.
What's the chat
Come on,
saying?
Jab says.
Jab said, let them laugh. You enjoy your Ballard Hall.
Hey,
You put yeah.
yo,
You
Dom.
put yeah. Yo, we're not saying Ballard's gonna blank. No, we're not saying
Expected data. Hey, now I'm getting clowned for this, bro. Expected data.
We're just saying we wouldn't captain
You guys
him.
are too funny, bro.
We wouldn't captain
Oh.
Ballard. That's what we're saying.
Yeah, don't go Ballard.
But,
All right, we'll speak to you guys next week.